increasing his blood pressure into the danger zone. Finally, his heart starts to beat irregularly in spasms. His heart is starved of oxygen. It momentarily stops and starts again. Pryor is having a heart attack. November 10th, 1977. Peoria General Hospital. Richard, can you hear me? Pryor has been rushed into the emergency ward. The doctors are concerned he may have suffered brain damage. In this instance, Pryor was lucky. At the age of 37, he survived his first heart attack, and his brain seems to be intact. But was the fatal cardiac arrest that Pryor suffered at age 65 also the result of taking too much cocaine? By the end of his life, Pryor was nearly paralyzed by MS, and he could barely speak. His illness curtailed his drug use. Therefore, I can rule out that his death is from a heart attack brought on by cocaine. But I have no doubt that his drug use and drinking would have seriously weakened his heart over time. And I can see from his medical records that, far from cutting down after his first heart attack, his drug use increases. 1979, Beverly Hills, California. Pryor has been introduced to freebasing, a new and far more dangerous way to take his favorite drug. Freebase cocaine is cocaine that's been modified so it can be smoked and not snorted. The strength of the drug has not increased, but the effects have become more intense. However, once the euphoric effects begin to dissipate, the user can feel anxious, paranoid, and suffer hallucinations. June 9th, 1980, Beverly Hills, California. Pryor has been freebasing cocaine continuously for 5 days without any sleep. He's also drinking 150 proof rum and using it to light his pipe. Richard has the torch. He's sticking the torch into the rum bottle. And I warned him when I was there. I said, Richard, you better pour some of that rum in a cup. That's how psychotic he was. Pryor started experiencing cocaine psychoses. He had smoked so much cocaine that there was a chemical imbalance in his brain, and that rendered him incapable of making rational decisions. Increasingly concerned about Pryor's mental state, his friend Rashawn agrees to stay with him and watch some TV. Richard and I was looking at Vietnam Special. It was a particular part where the smoke set us off on fire. And we was looking at it, and I said to Richard, look at the man's conviction to this cause. It's sitting there burning. And Richard, in a Richard Pryor fashion, said, but he didn't even flinch when he lit it. He has what, we might say is something like a psychotic episode where he sees footage of Vietnamese monk lighting himself on fire. And he says, I'm going to show you, God, I'm going to do this to myself. He pours the overproof rum over his head, over his body, and lights himself on fire. I heard somebody scream, and a ball of fire ran past. Richard Pryor, the comedian and writer, was badly burned in an accident at his home in California last night. He can self-force to death. He suffered so much pain. Authorities say Richard Pryor either walked or ran nearly a mile and a half from his house to this location where an ambulance rescued him. His skin was burned completely off. He was bad. Pryor suffered severe burns to 50% of his body. And burns can do a lot more than simply destroy the skin. They can have a terrible impact on the heart. I want to know whether Pryor's horrific injuries contributed to his fatal cardiac arrest. Vicks VapoStick. Strong, soothing vapors help comfort your loved ones for chest, neck, and back. It goes on clear, no mess, just soothing comfort. Try Vicks VapoStick. Built like an actual customizes your car insurance, so you'll pay for what you need. Like how I customize this scarf. Check out this backpack I made for Marco. Only pay for what you need. Universal protection is something brain scientists have been working on for more than 60 years. That's why Ray-Bans protect more people from pests in more places. Ray, protection for everyone. Bessie Johnson. Michael Phelps has struggled through some dark times with his mental health. But with a little help from his therapist, he's able to meet the challenges of each new day. Talkspace. Get personally matched today with a therapist who can give you a little help too. It's iconic. Discover my pivotal party at charlottetilbury.com. When you carry out Domino's 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, it takes skill to get that pizza from our store to your door. Through tight spots, slow walks, and water shots. So next time you order carry-out online, we're going to tip you for delivering your own pizza to yourself. After all, you earned it. Get a $3 tip to use on your next order just for carrying out only at Domino's. It's hard to contain your excitement with something you probably wanted. Like the gold standard in automotive protection, WeatherTech floor liners. With deep sculpted channels and laser measured for total protection in the front, back, and even up the sides. Dad, we're going viral. What? So reach out and enjoy. Order your premium American-made products at WeatherTech.com. Milk chocolate beyond words. Classic recipe, abundant. Is there a natural litter that actually works? At Tiny Cats, litter mentions come naturally. Naturally strong, unscented with activated charcoal or scented clean lemongrass with plant extracts. 100% natural, 100% powerful. There's a Tiny Cats for that. Tommy John has been dedicated to elevating underwear for over a decade. Now, we're proud to reveal our most premium men's underwear yet. This is Apollo. All new, ultra breathable, rigorously tested for durability, and enhanced with exclusive dry release tech. We've upgraded the softness and the level of comfort, so don't be surprised if your confidence is upgraded too. Experience high-end for your rear end. Go to TommyJohn.com right now for $25 off site-wide. I've been telling everyone, the secret to great teeth is having healthy gums. Crest Advanced Gum Restore detoxifies below the gum line and restores by helping heal gums in as little as 7 days. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Fighting with your finances? Save yourself the pain and let Truebill do the work. Truebill automates your personal finances by negotiating lower rates on bills. Thanks. Give your finances the Kennedy's abduction premieres tonight on Reels. On December 10th, 2005, legendary comedian Richard Pryor died of a cardiac arrest at the age of 65. Forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Hunter is investigating if the injuries that he sustained while setting himself on fire played a part in his death. As a result of pouring rum over himself and igniting it, Pryor suffered third-degree burns to 50% of his body. Burns this severe put a strain on all organs, but particularly the heart. And the injury to the heart can cause a cardiac arrest even years later. So did Pryor's burns cause his fatal cardiac arrest over 20 years later? July 1980. Sherman Oaks Burn Center, Los Angeles. Pryor is being visited by his on-off girlfriend, Jennifer Lee. It's been 6 weeks since the accident, and Pryor is still receiving treatment for his burns. Pryor has undergone a tortuous course of treatment, from agonizing baths and skin scrubs to skin grafts and plastic surgery. He will be scarred for life, but it doesn't appear that he has long-term damage to the heart. Otherwise, if he did sustain a cardiac arrest because of the burns, I would have expected it to have happened within the first 2 years of the incident. Doctors gave Pryor less than a 50% chance of surviving his injuries, but it's astonishing that he was discharged within 6 weeks. I can discount burns playing a role in Pryor's death. For the first time in decades, Pryor has been forced to keep off the drugs. And within a year of the fire, the seemingly indestructible Pryor is back on stage, turning his suicide attempt into comedy. It was really so insanely stupid, he had to make fun of it. I mean, I was standing there on fire in sunset. What could it be? You know what? That looks like fire. We should make fun of everything like that, though. That's how he got through it. Despite Pryor's claim of cleaning up his act, my years of experience tells me that it's unlikely that his decades of substance abuse hasn't affected his body. And Dr. Hunter has found a medical condition on Richard's death certificate, diagnosed just before his death, that appears to back this up. December 2004, Encino, California, a year before Pryor's death. Pryor has been left completely paralyzed and struggling to speak as a result of MS. I can see that around this time, Pryor was diagnosed with renal failure. The kidneys play a vital role in the cardiovascular system. As well as extracting waste, the kidneys also regulate the amount of water and salts to control blood pressure. If there's damage to the kidneys, that can put undue stress on the heart. And this is a significant finding. One of the most common reasons for kidney failure is high blood pressure. So it's possible that Pryor's years of hard living were finally catching up to him. In December 2004, Pryor's wife Jennifer arranges for a dialysis machine to be installed in the house. Pryor will need to be connected to the machine for 4 hours a day, 3 times a week, to clear his body of toxins. The dialysis machine will be diverting blood from Richard's body through the machine in order for it to be cleansed of toxic metabolic waste, and then subsequently returned to his body. Even with dialysis, heart failure is the leading cause of death in people who have renal failure. So, I believe that this is likely a contributing factor in Richard's death, but I still don't think this is the full story. December 10th, 2005, 6:30 a.m., Encino, California. Pryor's private nurse notices he's in distress. He calls 911. but in his panic, hangs up the phone. As Pryor goes into cardiac arrest, his heart has developed instability and arrhythmia in which he can't continue to pump blood to vital parts of his body, such as his brain. If this continues, the brain will eventually shut down and the patient will die. 6:33 a.m. Pryor's wife, Jennifer, receives a call from his nurse. She rushes to the house and calls 911 again. The medical team issue instructions, and Jennifer begins CPR. As someone comes on to an individual who has sustained cardiac arrest, they want to maintain cardiac output. They do that by doing chest compressions, artificially forcing blood flow to the vital areas of our body, primarily the brain. 6:50 a.m. The paramedics arrive. They load Pryor into the ambulance, and he's rushed to Encino General Hospital. It's a race against time. If his heart isn't started soon, his brain is going to be deprived of oxygen and over time will die. He's given a shot of adrenaline, the body's excitement chemical. This concentrates blood around the brain and the heart by constricting the arteries. It also stimulates the cardiac muscle, increasing the chance of the heart returning to a normal rhythm. The doctors attempt to restart his heart by using a defibrillator. The defibrillator can apply this electrical jolt to the body to push the heart into a normal rhythm. They try again. This fails to restart Pryor's heart. Deprived of oxygen, Pryor's organs fail one by one, and his brain ceases to function. At 7:58 a.m. on December 10th, 2005, the doctors declare that Richard Pryor is dead. America was stunned at the loss of the comedy icon. The outpouring of grief from the public was evident as they left tributes by his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It was a quiet moment for me. It was something that you knew was inevitable. I got the news from a friend in New York, and I said, "What? What now? What about Richard now?" "Well, he died." You're kidding. I felt horrible because I felt bad for a man like Richard Pryor, who he was, but it was expected. After a long battle with MS, Pryor died of cardiac arrest. But it seems that it wasn't just his alcohol and drug abuse that led to his death. I've discovered something else in Pryor's past that might be playing a role in what happened. Everybody thought he had AIDS, and we thought he was going to die from AIDS, which seemed, because of his drugs and his sexual life, it seemed perfect thing that Richard would have AIDS. It just figured. This is what abusers do. They always try to control you. They never knew this different story. I went through hell and back. Lorena, Escaping Province, premieres tonight. On Reels. Whether you're looking for something on the small side, or the medium side, or that's really big, Zillow can help you find the right home and the right financing solutions. For financing made simple, there's no place like Zillow. Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Then I realized I can actually do something. Now I use Keeps, the easiest way to keep my hair. And it only costs $1 a day, which means no more covering up. Get started at Keeps.com. Universal protection is something brain scientists have been working on for more than 60 years.